Welcome to the Lost and Talks podcast, the most lit podcast. This is episode number 32. Thank you for tuning in. Really appreciate it. What's up, guys? I see you're chugging a fucking bottle of Jameson.
Yeah, man.
Hard on a Wednesday. Oh, God. That's a bit of the Rona, huh?
No. That's the Jamie.
That's the Jamie. Okay, yeah. That shit burns. I don't know what's up with
I was just in the mood the other day. I was like, you know what? Like, I feel like I haven't been consistent with the pod. I've been lacking. I haven't been coming lit. I haven't been putting forward what I really can do. So I just touched LCBO the other day. Had to wait in a nice little line. Went through, got the Jameson, I got some Ciroc, I got the Baileys for a nice hot chocolate if I wanted to, you know what I mean?
chocolate. Okay.
You know what I mean? I'm just trying to have a good time during this quarantine.
That's good. Yeah. You know I thought our energy was a little down the last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Which is okay. I get it.
Yeah.
We're indoors and like all day and we're getting sluggish. I don't blame us. I don't blame us for being like that. I think we just do better when we're in person talking to each other.
Yeah, man. It's the energy in the room.
Yeah.
I think part of it too is like I've been doing too many of these Zoom calls, and especially if it happens on the same day, then I get drained, you know?
Yeah, we've already had a few today too.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. I feel that. But it's cool. Bring the energy. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So what happened this week? Drake dropped an album or a mixtape or demo tape or whatever you want to call it.
Well, we're gonna say it's an album, but what we all understand it is just some throwaways.
It's a throwaway, like another care package, but just didn't call it. Yeah. But I wonder, like, why is he doing that? Like, that's so. Is it because
I honestly feel like it's just because it's like, yo, here's some shit that you guys got to hear early. We're all inside anyways.
Yeah.
You might as well listen. I might as well package it for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you might as well be able to listen to this on Spotify.
Mm-hmm. I think Drake's drops. Traditionally, Drake drops his albums in the summer. So I don't think that would be his 2020 album. No. But a little bit of a teaser. You know what I mean? I don't know what the process is for him, but sometimes when I see a demo tape drop or something like that drop, like a care package, I think, is it you did not like where the project was heading, so you kind of just said fuck it and threw it into a compilation?
I think for this one, it was just because he mentioned that it was already leaked already, right? So we'll have it. I think this one specifically, but was just that mostly the fact that it was already leaked. But I think, the care pack. Well, I mean, care package was old songs, but
that's true.
What's the other? More Life? That was the playlist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That one kind of felt like, you know, I don't want to attach this to being an album, but I don't know.
That fits your description more.
I almost feel like More Life was supposed to be an album though. And then
I agree. And that's what I'm saying. Like,
I think he downgraded it because it wasn't the quality that he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that's his way of saying, yo, like, this isn't up to par. I don't want this to be part of my studio album list. You know what I mean? Because I'm assuming, like, artists like him at that level, they want pristine albums back to back, right? And if something's not up to par with his older stuff, then I guess he's just calling it a mixtape or whatever, or a demo tape. That's how I see it.
It's weird though. I think now that because I haven't thought about More Life since, you know, it came out, but like I'm thinking about the tracks on that thing, and I feel like I like more songs off that one than Scorpion. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's the funniest part. I feel like I like more songs off of everything than Scorpion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's really funny. But I'm like, we always make jokes about fucking about BZ playing Passion Fruit, but
that song's a pop though. Like,
but like that's what I think about. I'm like, that was a good song though. Like,
just like that inside joke story, like he just wasn't playing it at the right time.
Yeah. But no, like that was on that album, right? Or
yeah.
That was a good song, technically.
What's that? Kissing My Teeth and Galchester.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good stuff on there.
That one with Travis Portland. I like that one.
Yeah.
That one bops. That one's hard.
But let's actually talk about the project though.
Yeah, we got off track there, but what do you think?
How are you? Yeah. You want me to go?
Sure. Yeah, sure.
I went into it knowing exactly what it was. So like my opinion on it is it's cool. Like I enjoyed it for what it was. I didn't listen to any of the leaks. I'm not a leak guy. I just don't do that because I don't feel like getting ruined for some songs. Like I used to do that a lot for Playboy Carti. And then when he dropped his project, I heard a couple of the songs and I didn't hear a few that I really wanted. And I've noticed that it's not a winning battle. So now I just wait.
Yeah.
So it was my first time hearing a bunch of these songs other than the other ones he released with those videos before, like the Chicago Freestyle and whatever the other one was. I believe the Future song. Everything on there was pretty hard. Like my favorite track on there was the one with Chris Brown. That track was beautiful. I saw that, like, I feel like if Chris Brown had an actual verse on that song, it would have been a classic. But since he didn't, it was just all right. I really wish he had a verse on there.
Yeah, I found the features on there to be not enough.
You didn't feel like it was enough?
Not enough. Not that there wasn't enough features, but like when there was a feature, they didn't have enough in the song. They weren't enough on the song. Like,
oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Kind of like what we were talking about with the Rihanna shit.
Yeah.
On the party next door. Kind of like there wasn't enough of it. But that's just my opinion. But
yeah, Chris Brown was just doing some ad libs in the back, which they sounded great. But like I wanted a verse. Like I was waiting the whole time to hear Chris Brown start to sing, and nothing happened, which is kind of disappointing. But that song is fucking fire.
Yeah. You're expecting another No Guidance or something like that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. But oh man, but the vibe that was on that song was sick. Like I listened to that song almost every day still. Like that song is fire. And then that Playboy Carti track was fucking whack.
Oh yeah?
I didn't like Carti's verse.
It was odd.
And it's the reason why I liked it, because this is the first time I could understand everything he said the first time. And that's why I didn't like it.
And it was funny. People who are not people who aren't really listening to Carti already are saying, "What the fuck is he saying?" Like, and it's funny how since you're kind of a Carti fan, you're saying, "Yo, like this is too, like
this was too much English."
Like I understand what he's saying. Like, this isn't enough. And then you got
I listened to that the first time I heard the song. I heard everything he was saying, and I'm like, I don't like this. I'm like, I'm not comfortable here. Like this doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
He's supposed to be illiterate. God damn it. Like
exactly. It was supposed to be a lot better than that. It felt like he was like, yo, I finally got the Drake feature, and he just thought about it too much. You know what I mean? But I'm not saying it's bad though. It's not bad. Technically, it's not bad.
How'd you feel how Drake was like kind of doing his type of flow?
It was cool. I liked it.
It was like maybe it was a Carti song that Drake kind of put on an album, because it was like kind of Drake does that. He'll like cater to the feature artist, kind of try to work off their flow or their style. He like even made his voice a little higher pitched. It was cool.
I fucked with it, and that track was being hyped up for so long, so everybody was waiting for that. And a lot of people were disappointed, but whatever.
Yeah,
the track with Fivio, Foreign, and Sosa Geek was sick though.
Yeah,
I can't remember the name of the song right now, but yeah.
My favorite song is Desires. Like that song just bumps so hard for me.
Desires. Oh, I'm forgetting the Young Thug and Future track too.
Yeah.
D4L. Yeah, that was
D4L. Yeah.
That was sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, it's just
there's a bunch of memorable ones on there. Yeah.
Yeah, stuff I'm gonna go back to. You know what I mean? It's like. It's like they're just cool tracks. Like it's nothing hard to listen to. It's something to put on. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's the same effort he put into packaging this.
Yeah, the strategy I see behind this project is it's kind of he's teasing us for what's to come this summer with his actual album. So it's kind of here's a bit of Here's a bit of my shit. I have to keep you busy until summer 2020, which isn't a summer, but we'll try to make it a summer.
Yeah, we'll see.
They're gonna open up parks again soon, so at least you might be able to go to the park soon.
And do shrooms.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
But yeah, my favorite song on the album or track, demo tape, was Desires was sick. That's the one that got leaked for me, and I did listen to the leak. So, and when I heard it, I'm like, yo, this is the song. And then when I heard it again, I was like, maybe it changed, but it didn't, which was fine. But whether it was leaked or not, who fucking knows? That's a debate. Was it actually leaked? Did his team leak it? Who fucking knows? I understand that might be a strategy for a lot of artists now to like leak their own stuff. I don't know how you guys feel about that. But
yeah, that makes sense.
If he did leak it, I mean, I'm not surprised.
You know what I was gonna say we should do? I'm like, yo, we should just drop the Stay Down video.
Why not?
like why not? You know what I mean?
Why not? Y'all look younger in that shit. Like shit.
We should just drop the Stay Down video. You know what I mean?
Why not?
But we have another thing like we're kind of working on that we haven't been able to work on. And I wanted to drop Stay Down, if anything, just before that, just so that we can get it out the way and then get some more shit coming. But I don't know.
Redrop the song too as a single. Who cares?
Why not? I don't know. We'll see.
Pull a Lizzo. Just drop it again.
I'll check in with Smitty, yo.
I would. But because that video hard and people are not ready. Yeah. People are not ready.
That video's sick.
It's the lowest effort, hardest video that we've ever done.
Yeah. For sure. It's just sitting. It's just sitting on unlisted.
It's even uploaded to YouTube.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's
Holy.
there. It's sitting there. It's just waiting to just be public. Literally, this guy's like
this guy's gonna leak it right now.
Yeah. He's gonna hop onto the iMac. Yo.
I'm gonna leak that shit now. Anything else about Drizzy?
Any thoughts, Kevin? Did you say anything stand out for you?
I only listened to it once, so I don't really have an opinion on it. But it just sounded like I didn't listen to the leaks, but it sounded like I listened to the leaks already. If that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like I heard these songs already, which it's not bad. It's not, but it's not. I mean, it's that's why it's not an album, I think. But you know,
yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah,
it was very it was a very familiar space.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a quarter of the song you've already heard. So it's kind of...
I mean, I hope that, and I'm not even talking about like things I've already heard, but I'm hoping that like it's just a sound that he's already done for the past 2 years. So I'm hoping that he was just kind of clearing that part out of his hard drive so that he could make room for these new sounds that he hopefully has on this new album that he has, because we haven't really heard a new style from him in a while. And
this next album has to be like something new.
Yeah.
You're right. Because
this next Drake album has to be pretty good. It has to be pretty good. It doesn't have to be amazing, but it has to be pretty good.
Yeah.
It has to be better than Scorpion, at least.
And I think this is why he does this. He's been dropping these he dropped the care package and this is just so that he can have some buffer time in between. He can give us something without really giving us anything. You know what I mean? And that way you can be like, okay, Drake's still in my life. Drake is still staying relevant. Drake is still doing his thing. You know what I mean? But meanwhile, he hasn't dropped an album in how many years? Technically.
It's been 2?
Yeah. I think it's 2 or 3. It's touching 3 now, I think.
Yeah, probably end of the summer will be 3.
Yeah. So, we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it has to be better than Scorpion. If it's not, then that's bad.
Yeah, it just has to be.
It doesn't have to be better. It just has to be
good. Like, it just has to be good.
It has to be good. It has to be better than Scorpion. It doesn't actually have to be better than Views, but if it is, fuck yeah,
sick.
Might as well be as good as it can be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has to be something new, you know.
Yeah.
And whether it's gonna, what do you think? Like, I mean, we don't know, but like, should he do more R&B? Should he do more rap, hip hop? The A side, B side strategy.
I need a good mix.
So like an A side, B side again kind of thing?
No, I don't want an A side, B side. I want a nice Kevin A. Tropic, nice amount of songs with a good mix of everything that you can do, everything that you want to say. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That just makes sense, works together. It feels like it's a body of work. You know what I mean? It feels like these all belong together, even though they're so different. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Do you think it's going to be another 20-song album? Probably, right? Just because of how music works today. I feel like that is one of the easiest things to change. Like, I feel like Views, if it was like 12 songs, people would have been calling it a classic. You know what I mean?
I feel you.
And like that, I feel like that's the only difference even between something like Nothing Was the Same and Take Care is Take Care, I feel like it had a lot of songs, but under 20 for sure, you know. And I just looked at Scorpion and it was 25 songs, and I feel like that is one of the main
That's a lot of songs.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of the main reasons why it's so generally not liked as much as this other stuff, is because it just people didn't even get through it all the way, you know.
They're like forgetting half the songs.
Exactly, yeah.
You know,
in fact, I don't even know if I finished listening to that album. Like,
I don't even.
Like, you look back at it now and you're like, oh yeah, that song's on there. That song's on there. I forgot. I might have heard it once, or you probably heard it once.
I do just remember it being weak. Like, I was listening to it and I'm like, cool, Mob Ties. Like, that was it.
Mob Ties not bad though.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, that was the only thing that stood out to me. Like, that was the one that I remember, Mob Ties. I'm like, all right, that's the only song I really know. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
There's a lot of songs that just kind of meh. They're like interludes. They're just transitional songs. Like, they're just there. It's filler. Just call it filler. I like albums. Yeah, like I don't want an album past 15 songs. Like, that's the max for me. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it gets cloud. Like, not everyone is doing a Chris Brown like how many song album.
Yeah, and also
everyone's a banger.
I need Chris Brown to be on this album with a verse, with the volume turned up. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's all I need.
Yeah,
and I'll be mostly happy. That's all I want. I just want I want a sick, classic Drake and Chris Brown song. Fucking light skin duo, just going in. You know what I mean? Just
Rihanna would be sick, like an actual verse.
Yeah, Rihanna track would be
That'd
crazy.
Be big. That'd be big.
And then we need the party track as well. Like, you already know all the features that are gonna be on this. You know what I mean? Or at least that we need. So let's just make it happen.
And I don't want DaBaby on that shit.
Yeah, I don't want.
I don't want DaBaby on that shit because I'm tired of him.
DaBaby on this. Because I want a DJ Khaled track
with Drake.
Yes, because they always make classics.
They do. They those are classics. They haven't worked together in a while.
I want a DJ Khaled track, but it would technically be DJ Khaled's track, but it'd be sick. Mm-hmm. And then we need. Who else do we need?
Yo, that Khaled shit you guys posted of him trying to stop that girl from twerking was hilarious.
That shit's so funny. His reaction, it was like he didn't want to see, but he low key did. So he's like maneuvering in a way where he's like, no, like I can't look, but like I kind of want to look. So he's
doing enough. Yeah, he was doing enough so that on camera, like you could tell that he was trying to stop it. But
boy, low key, he's trying to stay on as long as possible to just see what's going on.
That's jokes.
Oh man, he's funny. That was so funny.
Yo, did mans know fucking JoJo dropped a project?
I think I heard about her music, but I didn't know that she dropped an album.
I just wanted to point that out. That's all. I was listening to the Joe Budden podcast today, and they were just talking about how JoJo dropped a project, and I was like, yo, that's fucking crazy, because her last album was when she was like a fucking kid. So that's just sick. Just wanted to point it out for anybody that's listening. JoJo has a project out. I haven't listened to it yet. I'm probably going to bump it later.
She's probably only like a year older than us, or like 2 years older than us.
I think so, man. Like she's still, I think she's still wifeable still. Mm-hmm. Like, we may be able to swoop in as a pod.
As a pod.
As a pod, yo. I'm not done Midnight Gospel yet.
No.
But right now I have a favorite episode so far. I think it's
which one's that?
Episode 4, I believe. That's the one where they're kind of talking about what was it, like almost like your existence and emotions and being okay with death.
Is it the one where she's talking about the mortician? No, maybe that's one of the last ones.
No, I think that's the one I'm on now.
The one with the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, that's the one I'm on now.
That one's good.
Yeah, that one. I got through half of it and I was like very enlightened.
That one's interesting because my girlfriend does that. So
yeah, which is again really wild to me.
Yeah,
I was telling somebody that the other day. I told my uncle that the other day
about
your girl, because he's a property manager at 2 buildings downtown, or 3 buildings downtown.
Okay.
And basically, crazy story. This gay couple got into an argument, and one of them locked themselves in their bedroom and lit the apartment on fire.
Oh my God.
And he died in there. The other guy got out, but the whole unit was fucking destroyed. And my uncle had to leave at like 4 a.m. And it was crazy. And he was just talking about how he met the people that come to pick up the bodies, like your girl.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Yo, it's a crazy job." And I'm like, "Yeah, yo, my boy's girl does that or did that."
Yeah, she's doing that now.
That's crazy.
Right now, that's her job right now. So it is crazy. You never know what you're gonna walk into, and I mean, like, you always think the worst. Like, she's seeing crazy shit, like people, offing themselves, blah blah blah. But most of it's just older people dying. Like, that's like more than half the time. But I mean, yeah, you could always walk into some really gruesome stuff. So it is wild, and you become desensitized to it. But it's just like, I couldn't fucking do it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I couldn't do it. Like, I couldn't do it. You'd have to pay me a lot more money than what they get paid.
Yeah,
because what they get paid, you're just be like, nah, fuck that. Like, you gotta like appreciate doing that for some reason, or otherwise you're trying to grow above that. Because that's like, there's different levels of, like, those people just pick up the bodies. They're just transport people, whatever you want to call them. And then you go up to a mortician, which is the actual funeral director.
Mm-hmm.
Those people are the actual ones making good money. They're the ones you see at the funeral and stuff. They organize the funeral. So that's a different thing.
That the first half of the Grim Reaper one, where they're talking about this stuff, about the funerals and the bombing of the bodies,
and
how they're basically able to take your dead relative and sell them back to you, was very interesting.
That's the idea. Yeah, that's the capitalist kind of idea that I guess Westerners, North Americans developed. Because before that idea, I mean, when your family member passed, you would take care of the body. You were in charge of dealing with it and burying it and stuff like that. We're talking like 200-300 years ago. Over the last 150 years or a little more than that, then this idea of other people taking the body and they handle it and they deal with it and they bury it, and then you have to pay them for that service.
That's wild.
That's what's become, because
when
you think about it, like, before, like, we're desensitized to death, but not really at the same time, because we don't really deal with it.
And that's what I was thinking. I'm like, that's very true. I'm like, that's very interesting. Like, just the idea of somebody dies in my family and we just leave the body for a few days. You maybe go into the room and say your final words, and then they just stay there for a while, and then finally you call somebody to come pick them up. I'm like, that's wild, because I'm like, I've never thought of doing that. I'm just like, they're dead, okay, ship them off. As bad as it sounds.
Yeah, like, you're not touching it, you're not dealing with it, like, you're just letting other people do that and they bury it, and that's kind of what has become. We kind of avoid death.
Interesting.
Don't really deal with it.
Yeah,
because before you would be in charge of burying your grandmother or whatever.
Yeah,
very
very stupid comparison before we get cut off here, but it kind of reminds me of a situation I had recently with my mom. Like we got a new barbecue, and she was telling me to clean it or something like that, and I'm like, you can clean it, and she doesn't know all the right procedures, but it's like, what do you think they did back in the day? Like cavemen didn't have to clean their fucking grills, you know what I mean? Like this is stuff that you're learning from the man. But anyways, break time. I just want to clarify also, by the way, I have a cast iron grill, so you don't need to clean it the same way as regular grills. Just on my last little thing that I was saying earlier.
I don't even remember. What the fuck?
I was talking about the barbecue thing.
Oh, yes.
I have a cast iron grill, so you clean them differently than you would a normal grill.
Got it.
And my mom didn't understand that.
Didn't understand.
And I just tried to relate to her. Yo, it's like you don't need to clean this grill as much. Think about what the fucking cavemen were doing. They weren't cleaning fucking grills. They were just fucking
cooking on
slaughtering
the fire,
their
man.
meat and cooking this shit in the fucking fire.
Or even before that, they were just eating that shit raw. Like
exactly, and dying. Like,
before fire, like
exactly. So that's all I was trying to say. I just when we stopped recording, I thought about it, and I'm like, people are gonna think I'm dirty. so I just needed to come back and clarify that.
No, I think about that every time I watch something where, you know, it's like about pregnancy and they're like, you know, like whatever, like a romantic comedy or some shit where like people are going crazy about reading these baby books and stuff like that. And I'm like, yo, these didn't exist. Not even 100. We're not even talking like 100 years ago. These didn't exist. Not even 50 years ago. These probably didn't exist. You know, like,
exactly.
You just had to parent based on being a parent. Like people forget sometimes that like they think that there are these things that we need because we have them now, but like we lived for thousands and thousands of years without them just fine.
Yeah, without certain things.
Yeah. It's harder to parent than it probably was back then. I mean, just because there's so many social things now that your child is consuming and the way they have to live is different. I mean, back then the threat was like death. Like that was the biggest threat. Is like your child dying from some animal or like if we're going dinosaur. Way back then, even if we're going back to medieval times, like some fucking disease or something killing them, you know, or famine or plague or something like that. Other than that, that was like your threat: war, plague, famine. COVID. Like those were your three issues, right? But now those three things don't even exist, really. Yeah. Well, except plague, but
and war.
But it's not the same.
Everything.
Yeah. No, I get what you mean though. Yeah.
Sorry, they do exist. They just don't exist on the level that they used to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. There's mini wars happening. There are people who are starving. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, they have been abolished mostly. In the Western world at least.
Mm-hmm. Something I wanted to talk about, just going off of death and keeping on it for a second.
Sure.
While I was smoking yesterday, I was just standing outside and I'm just thinking, I'm like, because I had just finished watching the episode that I was saying was my favorite so far. I was just saying, it's just so interesting to think that one day we will be experiencing that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like one day we're gonna have that moment where our heart is in our ass and we are dying. Have you guys ever thought about that? As depressing as that is.
I've had these thoughts actually quite recently. It usually is when I'm really high too.
Yeah.
And honestly, it scares the fucking shit out of me. I don't know about you, but
it doesn't.
Some people, yeah. Why not? You don't fear death.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you don't fear death?
I honestly don't. I haven't for a while, and it's because again, that episode was basically my mindset that I've had for so long, and it was being explained to me again in better words. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
That's what a lot of that show has done, is explain things that I've already kind of felt in a way.
Yeah. And it's funny because
research and like different kinds of things. I'm like, yeah, like it's crazy that all these different ideologies and stuff are thinking about these same things and clarifying.
Yeah. Exactly. And it's funny because they're using such interesting terms, and some of the examples that they give are just so complex and weird, but it just all just makes sense. I'm just like, yeah, I know you're fucking right. Like, yeah, I can understand completely where you're coming from. But yeah, the other day I was just standing outside. I was just like, damn, I'm like, we're gonna die. Like we're here. We're gonna live this interesting life, and one day, however we go, we're gonna experience that, and we are gonna know what happens.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it's just very interesting.
The crazy part is you just don't know
when
that time is up. You know? So,
and sorry, just to go off of what you're saying earlier, because I forgot to touch on that. Yeah, I'm not afraid of death, mainly just because I know it's inevitable.
Are you afraid of the way you're gonna die, though? Not necessarily dying, but the way, because there's some shitty ways to die.
Yes and no. Like, I don't want to go out the worst way. Like, obviously I want to go out laying in my bed with my fucking kids,
like most people, unless you're psycho.
You know what I mean? Like, yes, of course, I don't want to go out in a hail of bullets. But if I go out in a hailfire of bullets, then it is what it is. Like, what are you gonna do?
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. That's why it hasn't scared me in so long, because I understand that it's inevitable, and I understand how quick it can just happen. Remember, like, I talked to you guys about, I don't know if we actually had the podcast at that time, but that guy that died in the fucking like In-N-Out drive-through.
Yeah.
There was a shooting. There was a rapper, who was an NBA YoungBoy. His security guard and him were driving on a highway, and I believe they got chased by somebody, and there was a shootout on the highway. And his security guard shot a bullet that went past the dude, through traffic, couple blocks down, and hit some guy in a drive-through line at In-N-Out, and he died. And I'm like, but that's life.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. It's so, anything can happen at any time, and it can be as unpredictable as that, and you just have to be okay with that. Like, there's nothing you can do.
It's true. Better just not to think about it.
Yeah. It's something you just got to accept, you know what I mean? It's like, once you accept it, you start living life a bit better. Like, as stressful as life has been for me, like, honestly, it's like, I could sit back and look at it like, wow, it's pretty chill. Like, I lived a pretty good, chill life with the understanding of life that I have. You know what I mean? So, yeah, just interesting thoughts.
I think it's good to train your mind to kind of accept it. And I heard that meditation is the closest thing to what it feels like to dying. If you're in that, I don't know if you heard that before.
I haven't heard that.
Like, if you do it properly, if you calm your mind and really think nothing, that's the closest thing you could feel to death. So meditate and then see if you're comfortable with that.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it might feel like.
I mean, even if you're not comfortable with it, who cares? You're gonna die anyway. So.
Well, I mean, you're not gonna have a choice. You're not gonna have a choice. You're right, whether you're dead or not. But just if you are comfortable with it, then it might relieve a bit of anxiety over dying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's funny. I was listening to a daily mix on Spotify today, and I think it was like a Future Island song came on, and there was this line, nobody wants to die alone. And I was just like thinking about it. I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, we all die alone, you know, like that's inevitable. Like, but that's such a cliched sentiment that we carry with ourselves, that, you know, we try to live our lives so that by the end of it, we won't be alone. No, like, you're going to die alone unless we all die at the same time. You know what I mean? And even then, you're still your soul, yourself, you're dying alone, right? It's a weird thing that you hear thrown out a lot, like, oh, nobody wants to die alone. Like, the fuck does that mean? You know, like, obviously you don't want to live alone, but that's just a perception thing, you know, and dying alone is inevitable, you know, because that's
you're the only one going through this.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not. Maybe there's a worse situation. Hopefully not.
Yeah.
But, most likely you're the only one that's going to be going through this in your family or whoever is around you at the time. So.
And then I thought about it, like, you know, what would that mean? Like, you don't want to die alone. Okay, yeah, you know, obviously everybody, like you said, you know, everybody wants that death where, you know, your whole family's around you and you're kind of on the bed. But like, are you gonna say your final words and they're gonna be like? I feel like if I had everybody around and like I knew,
I'm saying something dumb.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say something stupid because what could you say that's like your final words that are like this culmination?
I'm gonna say something so crazy they think it's a clue.
yeah.
Oh, it'd be like, I have a stash of money somewhere.
I have $10 trillion under my.
Under your what?
And then you just say something stupid like Rice Krispies.
Yeah, they're like, what? And I'm not even dead, but I'm pretending I am. Like,
oh man,
like, I'll just sleep this off.
Yeah.
Oh, if you could choose, I got a question for you guys. If you could choose your last meal, and they do this in prison when they're on death row, you get their last meal, and there's some crazy ass.
I think about this every time that I see somebody on death row. I'm like, what would my last meal be?
What would your last meal be? Do you have an idea of what that might be? It could be anything, and unlimited of anything, you know?
Yeah, I actually know, and that's fucked up. And Ian, this is more of a inside thing between me and Kevin, but if I could get I just need 2 sandwiches. We just call it a meal? I don't need a side. Just make it 2 sandwiches. I need Hassan's mom.
What?
This guy went to school with in elementary school. Hassan's mom to make me a grilled cheese sandwich.
Does she make a bomb grilled cheese?
Yo, she makes the best grilled cheese I've ever had. Like, I've tried to recreate it, and I'm so close. I haven't figured it out yet, but I'm so close.
Is it the bread? Is it the cheese?
It's so many different things. It's the bread, the cheese, the butter, how long you cook it. We can get into that another day. That's wild. I need a sandwich from her, and then I need a sandwich from Derek's mom. I need a ham sandwich. She does the tomato, and I don't even like tomatoes, but she does the tomato, the lettuce, and some like thick mayo, and like the ham that you get on like Thanksgiving.
Oh, she got the real stuff.
The real ham.
Oh, no, like processed ham, yeah.
No, with some Wonder Bread and a good old slice of cheese. Jeez.
That's hilarious.
That's all I need. Those 2
Might have to kidnap their moms and make these sandwiches.
And a carrot juice from Sunrise.
And a carrot juice from Sunrise. That's fucking jokes. Oh man, I don't know what mine would be. I'm trying to think. What do I fucking love? I feel like it would just be a fuck ton of like.
Like, my favorite food is pizza, but I wouldn't want pizza.
Yeah, like I would say that too. I mean, like I want Taco Bell. Taco Bell is so good.
Yeah, like I just want something good.
Like some blessed Taco Bell or something, or PG Clucks, some PG Clucks.
Or even if it was like something like from America that we can't have.
I would do Chick-fil-A actually.
I do the Popeyes and the Chick-fil-A sandwich. Yeah.
Chick-fil-A, yo.
Oh, yo, the Popeye sandwich is coming, eh?
Yeah.
I heard. I think it's coming. I think this summer or some shit. But that's
dope.
Yeah, that would be good. Like something even from the States or something like that that you can't get here. That'd be lit.
Or like some Red Lobster. That might be lit.
Some biscuits.
The biscuits? Yo, I just found out you could buy the biscuits. I didn't even from the store.
Yes, you could buy the batter.
I didn't even know
that.
To
do that for a while.
I found out about that a couple of days ago. I'm like, yo, I'm buying this shit.
Yeah, no, my girl, she told me the other day, she sent it to me, and she's like, yo, we're copying this next time we go out. So
yeah, you could buy that mix and make it at home. I'm doing that.
I'm probably going to cop that tomorrow, wherever the fuck it is. I don't know.
I saw it at Walmart.
Walmart?
Yeah.
I'm going to stop by Walmart still. How have you guys been going grocery shopping a lot or no?
Once a week with my parents.
Yeah?
My parents usually go whatever. Like I did with my girl recently.
Yeah.
It was a pain in the ass, but
yeah, how's that experience been?
It's pain in the ass. We did it in Oakville, so I think it's a little chiller than maybe Toronto would be. Yeah, but still. A lot of shit sold out. Lines are long. They're mostly long because they spread them out, but
yeah,
there's the distance between each person.
I don't really mind it. I mean, people are a lot less in a rush, so people are I mean, I think that was the case before. I think people are kind of going back to their ways of not really paying attention to, you know, what's going on around them. But at the beginning, it felt like people were a lot more, you know, less in a, you know, worry, like rushing you and trying to get in line in front of you and stuff. People are like kind of taking their time and stuff.
Yeah, there's less panic. I think people are adjusting to this way of life at the moment. So that's what I'm seeing. So
I haven't gone out yet and haven't heard somebody like arguing though.
Nah.
I've heard like a few people saying, "You're too close to me," to other people, and other people like, "Yo, chill." Like in the middle of Walmart, they're calling them out, and I'm like, "This is really embarrassing."
Yeah. There's some people those people are a little more like, eh. I mean, you're fine, dude. Don't worry. I understand the social. It's kind of hard to social distance in the grocery. If someone's looking at the fucking milk and I need the same bag of milk, like I'm grabbing the milk, like whatever. I'm sorry, I can't be 6 feet away from you.
If a man has COVID in the Walmart line, think about it. Like you're just going into the spot he was just waiting in.
Yeah.
Like you're done.
It's still hard to transmit, you know? Like you have to people it's a little harder to transmit from person to person than people think. Like, you know, you really gotta inhale that sneeze that he just like
man,
that sneezed out, you know?
I've seen some man suck some air, yo. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And our numbers are down anyways. It seems promising.
Yeah.
Cool. Did you guys anything else for this one?
Nah, not in the Walmart lines.
Okay, cool.
It's just funny though. Like sometimes when I'm in line, I'm just like with my mask on, and I'm like, "Fuck, yo, we're really here. Like we're really this is happening."
Bro, I say that every day.
Still taking it in, yeah.
Every day, I'm like, "Yo, like this is real."
Yeah.
I'm like, "This is real. Like this is really happening right now." And it's not, and as serious as it isn't, it's just funny that we're here.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, at the end of the day, even though, again, I'm not trying to talk down on anybody that's really going through it right now, but I feel like the situation, it wasn't being handled the best already, but for what it is, it's not as bad as it could be. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like, I'm really enjoying this. I'm like, I didn't want to go to work anyways, and I wanted to sleep.
Almost getting used to this now.
I wanted to be at home all day. I wanted to be able to do this. And as bad as it sounds, and I'm getting checks technically, and I'm getting checks as much as I've got to pay them back. I'm getting them to just chill at home right now, and I get to pay for the food and buy the food that I want and eat what I want to eat and do what I want to do. It's not as bad as you see it in the movies yet.
Yeah.
So it's just interesting.
That's one of the things I was actually thinking about was like, you know, we kind of will probably have an easier time of adapting to this because so much of our work can be done at home, and so much like we're so little affected in term like relative to how much other people have been affected based on what they dedicated their lives to, right? Like the thing that we dedicate our lives to hasn't been affected that much yet.
Yeah.
Like I wonder if people are using this time or taking this time as an opportunity to kind of reassess, you know, what is actually important to them, what they want to do for the rest of their life, what life means in general, you know, like for example, like have people even thought about this same death conversation that we've had, you know, like these are things that you can think about in this time because this is what life is like when life comes to a standstill like this, and it will happen probably a couple times in our lifetime. This is where you're going to have to reevaluate like how you're going to spend the next set of your life, because so much of the problem right now is like, oh my God, you know, 6 months, summer's canceled. We're taking 6 months out of our time down. But like, okay, yeah, what are you going to do with the next 40, 50 years? So after this, you know?
Yeah, the way I'm looking at it even too is everybody wanted a great new start to the decade. Mm-hmm. Here it is. You got all the time in the fucking world now. You're able to come back whenever we get outside. You're able to come back brand new. So no excuses now, you know?
No excuses, exactly.
No excuses now, but yeah, man, like this is pretty fun. It's pretty lit.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like I'm more into doing the pod now. Like just I'm feeling good right now. And the alcohol helps, but I'm feeling good now just because I'm accepting it more every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know? That's
wild. Good. That's good to hear.
Shit's wild.
Okay. Did you guys watch Rick and Morty?
I did, yeah.
You guys can talk about it. Don't worry about spoiling. I don't give a shit.
It'll be quick. I mean, it's not too much. It's 20 minutes. So
what happened in it?
It was kind of a weird episode. It kind of like threw you right into the premise without giving you the amount, like the backstory that you're used to getting. Like they kind of like threw you into it without you.
They really did.
Without you, like you have to figure out what's going on like halfway through the episode.
It was one of those ones. Yeah, they've done that before. Yeah, they've done that where they throw you into like they're like Rick and Morty are already in a problem. They already have a problem,
the plot is already thickened.
They have to solve it right away. There's no built up. There's no like they start in the home and then blah blah blah. Like they don't. They're straight in. Like go straight to the action. It's a wacky episode.
Was it really?
Is it good? I think it's okay. Yeah, it's good. What the fuck happened in it, Kevin? I'm forgetting the little details now.
So basically they're like the episode starts and they're like on this train, and then essentially it's kind of like this visual metaphor for like literary devices, like
right.
They're basically, so I remember watching this YouTube video about Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland. They both like that concept of the hero's journey, you know, the idea of starting out in one point and you know, it's the same thing as like that plot of like rise in action climax, but look like a circle where the character, you know, they experience that thing that forces them to change, and then they come back to the same place that they were in the beginning, but they have a new fresh perspective. And like Dan Harmon is very adamant about every Rick and Morty episode having that character arc where Rick or Morty learns that lesson, you know, because that's the basis of storytelling, right? And
exactly.
That's what that episode was about, was kind of like showing those techniques, but it was in a way where it's like, if you don't know anything about those things, they're not explaining anything for you, you know?
It's not for people that aren't woke.
Yeah. It sucks because I basically just said that meme where it's like, you know, Rick and Morty is actually for, you know, people
intellectuals.
But that is kind of what that is.
Yeah, I mean,
it's actually a very smart show.
It's actually for people with high IQ. I've seen that video. Yeah. I've seen the video explaining the story arc and how I think one of the episodes lacks that. I think it was the superhero one.
Yeah, that's the one they were explaining.
Yeah, that's like the Dan Harmon's least favorite episode, or he thinks is the worst Rick and Morty episode.
The group.
What were they called?
The something Engers. What were they?
Yeah, Revenger. Yeah. No, not Revengers. I can't remember what it was.
I forget. Yeah, that one, and that one was a little weak when I think about it now. It had its moments, but it wasn't overall a good episode. It wasn't a classic episode or anything like that.
What's your favorite episode?
Mine is the Citadel one, the big one where you get the evil Morty at the end.
Mm-hmm.
That one.
Mine is
season 3. No, sorry. Maybe I'm mixing them. There's 2, right? Season 3, episode 1.
Mine's season 3, episode, whatever the last episode was. I think it was 12.
Yeah.
The one with him and the president going back and forth.
Yeah.
When they fight each other. That episode's fucking jokes. And I also like one of the ones from the first season. I think it's the second episode or the third episode. One with the dog, when his dog takes over the world. Those 2 episodes are my favorite.
Pickle Rick too. Pickle
Rick's classic.
Pickle Rick, that's second favorite probably. Actually, all my favorite ones are from the third season.
Third season was solid.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Kevin?
The one where he goes into the microverse that he creates for his car battery, and then the one where it's like Tales from the Citadel or whatever, where they're that one's sick.
Yeah.
I even like the TV ones.
The TV ones.
Intergalactic.
Those ones,
both of them. Yeah.
Actually, that first one might be my favorite actually, because the Gazorp field and shit. That shit.
Zorp. Oh man. Yeah, it was great.
The first episode, the pilot, I really like that episode too. They has to put the fucking fat seeds in his ass. And they have to go through fucking security. And he goes up to it and they're like, yeah, step into the next machine. And he's like, fuck. This shit's jokes.
Oh man. The newest episode, the ticket guy, whatever his name was. That shit was wild, yo.
Yeah.
Fucking spinning, yo. I can't spoil it, but it's so dumb.
It does feel like not that they're running out of ideas, but they're kind of running out of motivation to continue the series. That's what it feels like.
That's not good though.
And that's why I stopped watching the last part of the last season. Because I was just like, I was 3 episodes in and I'm like, this doesn't feel right. Like, this doesn't feel like you guys had fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's not good because they're supposed to do like 8 seasons.
Yeah. I think part of what they were like, they were kind of like being very like coded about it, but they were kind of relating the last episode to I kind of got this idea that they were being forced by Cartoon Network to kind of continue to push out these episodes kind of thing. It kind of felt like they're talking, like, you know how Chappelle was kind of doing that too with Chappelle's show, like kind of hinting that he was being kind of, you know, pimped into like creating these shows just for money. It kind of feels like that's where Rick and Morty is right now.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, like, I don't think they need anything to, like, I would obviously love to see more episodes, but I don't think they need any more, realistically. I think they've done enough as a show. I don't
think the show
I would, honestly, I'd like one more season, but
yeah.
But just one more like good season, and it could be 12 episodes, and we could just end this whole story. I don't mind.
Yeah.
You can end this on a, like, that's what I thought this season was going to be.
Yeah.
I thought the last season was going to just be this nice, cool wrap up, and we were all going to be good and happy, and we're going to call it a day. But now I feel like now I need one more just to try and satisfy me, because this is the one thing I hate about shows. I'm like, I hate when shows are just so good and they just don't end good.
And that's the problem with cartoons too, especially, is because they don't grow up, they don't change, so you can keep them at the same. Like The Simpsons have been The Simpsons for 30 years. You can't end that show because they're always going to be the same age, right? There's no character arc.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just want this to be.
It's interesting.
I just want it to be good.
I always think that these shows go on for fucking long ass time. You guys would be satisfied with 4 seasons?
Yeah. I would have been satisfied if Adventure Time was shorter.
Yep.
I feel like I got lost in the middle of it, and I didn't really care for the middle section. I did watch the end and all that, but the middle section I just didn't really care much for. A lot of shows are like that, and I feel like, I don't know, like when we're talking, and I don't think every show's trying to be this, but when I talk about like shows that are really up there, you know, like just great shows like the Breaking Bads, The Wires, and whatnot. Like I would have put a Rick and Morty close to that section in the adult cartoon realm. You know what I mean? But now I feel like I almost can't. It's taken away from it. Its charm has kind of been lost recently.
Rick and Morty is interesting. Like how big of a fan base it's grown, and how much of a culture's around it off literally 3 seasons that are 20-minute episodes. Because when I got into Rick and Morty later than everyone, right? And I'm like, oh, there's only 3 seasons? I thought there was like at least 5 or more, the way people talk about it. I'm like, the show's like still kind of new.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, holy shit, the way people talk about it, like it's been out for fucking years. And they've grown up with it, but it's like still technically, it's a middle-aged show now, but
it's just because it's animation, so it takes time. But
that's why. That's also why. But I was like, damn, it's impacted a lot of people of the course of fucking only 3 seasons, 3 short seasons. You know, that are, when you do the math, it's only 5 hours or something, or not even.
That's facts when you think about it.
It's only you've only had like 15 hours of Rick and Morty. Like that's it. Like it's not a lot. So
that is facts.
Yeah. My math is terrible, but it's not a lot.
It's not.
I think it's less. I think it's like 10 or something.
10 hours of Rick and Morty, and Kevin's really good at mental math.
I remember stupid fucking story. I remember one time. I don't know if Kevin remembers this. We were like walking into the backyard, and then we just asked him, we're like, yo, Kevin, how many trees are there, yo? And this guy, I can't remember the number he said. He said 8 or 7. And we counted and it was the exact number. We're like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, I remember that. That wasn't the same quick math, but that was just that was lucky.
It wasn't quick math, but it was just funny to see because you're just like, oh shit, this nigga's right. Like this was that swiftness, you know what I mean?
But yeah, like I think it's hard because, like, for example, you know, like you said, Adventure Time could have ended earlier, and then we could have gotten a show like Midnight Gospel earlier. Maybe not, because maybe he needed that time to.
Yeah.
It maybe needs to happen now. You can't talk like that, but I think we underestimate the ability of the creators. We get too attached to the characters, and we don't think that the people who created these characters and made us fall in love with them can do it again. Like, as soon as I watched the first episode of Midnight Gospel, I'm like, okay, this guy's like the new Finn. Like, I fucking love him already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't mind seeing Justin Roiland do another show. Like, I don't necessarily need to see Rick and Morty again, you know?
I'm interested to see what happens outside of Rick and Morty and where they go.
The creators, if they choose something new, yeah. It's not definitely not. I don't think it's the last show.
Yeah,
they're not that old. They'll be doing other shows. Animators won't stop animating. What about a Rick and Morty movie? Is that something that should exist?
Yes and no. Like, I feel like
it'll sell well.
It'll sell great.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want it.
Is it because we're so used to 20 something minutes, and that's it? Is Rick and Morty for an hour too much?
Good. I think it'd be good, but I don't know if I want it. I think it'd be good. I just don't know if I want it.
I mean, I'll watch. I mean, it'll be sick if it comes out. I think it's something. I don't know if the creators would do it, but I could see it.
That'd be sick. It would be good. Like, you know what movie's underrated to me? Like, and I'm pretty sure to Kevin too. Like the Hey Arnold movie. That's it. Just, I don't know why. It just reminds me of that. Like, I feel like it would be like that almost. It'd be like a really good movie that more people should have seen. But at the same time, Rick and Morty fans are gonna fill up.
If anything, I want to see more of that Citadel plot and how that evolves, and that could be a whole movie. Like, that's.
I'd even be happy with them ending it with a movie, maybe.
Okay.
You know, if they were to say
instead of season 5, do a movie.
Yeah, like in anime, they do that sometimes. So they'll have certain arcs in their story that they'll just say, "Fuck it, toss it on a movie. We'll make it high quality. We'll give them everything that they want, all the action, and that's your season for your hour and a half to 2 hours of anime." So that would be even cool if Rick and Morty did that, or even if any other show did that. They just ended their show with a movie. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and anime does that a lot, and I guess you see it, but with like American television, it happens later. Like, you know, the El Camino movie, or they'll do it for like a cash grab, like the Entourage.
Yeah, years later.
Yeah, like it's just they want to be relevant again, kind of thing.
Yeah, get me now.
Yeah,
get me now. That's what it is. Just get me now. That's what it is. Because like, I went to go see an anime movie recently, like a couple months ago. Actually, no, last month. Well, no, March. I went to go see an anime movie at Cineplex on fucking Warden, and that's in the middle of a season. It's supposed to represent something that happens later, but you can just check it out if you want. You know, might as well. But yeah. I think it's a cool thing for somebody to do, just to get your fans in the moment and make sure you build and add on to your story and legacy. But yeah, it'd be sick to end it with a bang.
Should do a Rick and Morty movie. Yeah, they should.
That's a good idea.
I forgot to. I mean, I guess I can still connect it, but I forgot to do.
I was about to say you should start off.
Yeah.
Do you have any WorldStar videos or no?
Yeah, I got one.
If you want to do that, it's up to you. If you don't, I don't care.
I want Kevin to hop in. Are you connected, Kevin, or no?
It's just loading. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Whoops.
All right, Kevin's gonna play us a little tune.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute myself.
Yeah, same.
Get yourself ready.
Wait, is this it or?
No, I'm just playing around.
Okay.
You wanna? Yeah, you're gonna get your video ready.
I got it right here. Do you want me to just kill time?
I'll do the outro.
Okay, you'll do the outro. You do the outro. All right.
All right. WorldStar video of the week. Let's go, guys.
WorldStar video of the week.
We like an intro, like a
yeah,
something pops
sick.
Up. Something sick.
I don't want to expose the Google Drive to people, so let me not bring that up.
Don't expose your Facebook like last time.
Yeah.
I had to blur that out.
Like a machine. Yeah, there we go. Oh.
What the fuck was that?
Oh.
What the fuck? It sounded like you literally dropped a machine gun.
Now, I don't know if you guys have seen this video. This is my favorite video right now.
Holy shit.
I retweeted it on Twitter. The title is crazy. Whoa.
Yeah, this is a wild title, yeah.
Monkey riding a bike tries kidnapping a baby girl. Again, this is why I love WorldStar. Where else are you going to see headlines like this? You don't see this on the Toronto Star. You're not going to see this in the Times.
No.
Anyways.
Hosted by Horace, so you know it's good.
Yeah, Horace. Thank you, Horace. I'll full screen this. You guys can see, right? There's no, I don't know if you guys can hear volume at all ever, but it's wild. Anyways, here you go.
What the fuck?
Bro, that baby's getting dragged, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, bro.
That monkey was cheese.
I'm gonna run that back for you guys.
Yeah, play it again.
On a bike, yo?
On a bike, yo. And I have a follow-up video.
Bro, it's like one of those little motorbikes you get at like exhibition.
Yo, the legs are going crazy, yo.
Bro, it's crazy. Yo, you know how scary that is?
Bro, that kid's traumatized.
I'm running that one more time. You know how scary this is?
You know how
to be
scary
hanging out?
A monkey fucking...
He just came out of nowhere.
Pull up.
He just grabbed the key.
Bro, first the monkey whipped that baby off the fucking bench. Bro, baby starts tumbling. You know, it's just dragging. Holy.
That shit is crazy. So I saw that video. I was dying. This was posted May 3rd. It's 3 days ago. And I saw this and I was like, this is the one. I bookmarked it.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was on Twitter. And then people were like, yo, the monkey's going crazy.
Is there more?
Same monkey?
Is this a different angle? Or different?
This is I'm guessing it's not the same monkey, but we're gonna say it is. Obviously for comedic purposes.
Yeah. And it's kind of looking like the same place. I don't know.
Yeah, but this is a different video, not the same situation, different complete people and everything.
Yo, what the fuck?
That kid hit his head on the fucking pot of the plant.
Bro, that monkey. Let me say. Bro, that monkey took out that kid, man.
Bro, he took out the kid with the bike.
Bro, everyone's just watching. Like, what the fuck's going on?
Why did they keep fucking giving monkeys bikes? Like,
why is that monkey dressed like a human, bro?
Are you seeing the way the guy's head bounces off the plant?
Bro, there's so many questions and I need answers.
You can watch this one more time. Look at the way his
what
head
is the monkey
off the plant.
I'm trying to see. Boom! It got dropped, bro. Like, bam.
The mom's
and he's trying to like fix the plant. Like, oh fuck.
Yeah, he's like, oh my bad. No, you're just embarrassed, dude. Like, it happens to the best of us, you know.
Bro, why is that? Someone owns that. Why is that monkey dressed like a human? It has a shirt.
Yeah, it's a crazy world, bro. None of those people are social distancing.
Holy fuck.
None of them.
Bro, what the hell?
But yeah, those are my my videos for
That's a great one.
The week. Thank you. I'm trying to come up with the quality stuff, and I'm happy that WorldStar has been delivering.
Yeah, I love the ones when it's in some foreign country and some weird shit's happening.
Yeah,
I love those ones.
It's great. It's great.
So like, what the fuck?
Yeah. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. Fuck it.
It's pretty fucked up that a monkey can operate a motor vehicle.
Yeah, that thing goes fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what was that? Like, that's one of those ones you get at the carnival.
Yeah.
Remember those ones you used to get?
It looks smaller than that though.
But that's what I'm saying. It looks smaller. It looks like it could be a toy.
Yeah.
Like it's
like an RC car or some shit or something.
Yeah, I don't even know. But that monkey handles it.
Like that monkey is probably like this big, right? Like So how big is that motorcycle? Like this, like,
and he's sitting on there proper, like.
Bro, a monkey's handling it well. Besides hitting the kid, but
it's like he's in a biker gang.
But someone taught that monkey.
He's flying down the street.
Is a monkey like having fun? Like I don't. What's going on? Like
it's just kidnapping little girls, bro.
I need to understand what the fuck's going on.
I'm like, that's crazy, man.
Like that's what you do when you wake up in the morning. You see a monkey steal a child. Like, this is normal.
That's so scary though. Like, what if it got away? You know, and nobody did anything for the longest time because everybody was just in awe.
Yeah, and like the guy,
this is happening.
Did you see the guy? It looked like he was yelling at the monkey like it was his son. Like, fucking knock it off, monkey.
When you guys get a chance, find those videos and listen to them with volume. It's great.
It's crazy.
It's great. It's great. But yeah, I'm gonna take another swig.
So.
Speaking of crazy animals, you were talking about these murder hornets that I've heard about, but I didn't really get too much into. But
great transition, my friend.
Murder hornets.
Fuck is a murder hornet?
So basically, the world is ending, and we are now dealing with hornets. I believe also from China. I believe. Don't feel like throwing China under the bus, so let me just check Twitter.
I think I've heard of these murder hornets before.
Yes.
I've heard of them before. I think I read I honestly didn't think it was real news because I thought it was like some Onion shit. Like, you know, The Onion? I thought it was something like that, but apparently it was real.
Yeah.
It's like murder hornets. Oh my God. And then everyone was like the murder hornets are going to come. If they come to the US, like we're fucked. Like,
yeah, it's they're in North America now, so
so that's what they were afraid of.
It's like a big deal, and basically they can kill you. I just found a fucking crazy video. I'll show you guys. I don't know if this is appropriate for YouTube, but fuck it, like why not?
I'm gonna try and find a photo at least I can. Murder hornet.
There we go.
Can we get a size comparison of these fuckers?
Look at this shit. Right?
Okay.
That's the hornet.
Is that attacking a mouse?
Yeah, bro.
Oh my God.
Fuck, yo, that thing's huge.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bro, that thing's killing a mouse.
They're bigger than regular hornets.
Jesus Christ.
I think they're like a couple inches. Like
what, he's just biting him right now?
Yeah, they just bite you and they can sting you up.
Please, YouTube, don't take us down. This is nature.
This is nature.
This is nature. Like horrible, but nature.
This is something I would interfere with. Like,
yeah.
This is not no natural selection. This is something like, nah, fuck. But at the same time, what am I going to do, you know?
Like, this mouse is really not... This mouse is expecting to get eaten by, like, a cat, not a fucking hornet.
Yeah, I can't even watch the rest of that, so I'm going to stop.
Like, that's just brutal.
What do they bite them for? Like, what do they get out of it?
I don't know.
That's a good point. Like, mostly... Okay, so from what I understand, hornets just... they bite or sting you for self-defense.
Yeah.
But that thing's looking like it's trying to kill it.
Yeah. You
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what is a mouse? What a mouse is not fucking with a hornet. Hornets fly. So what is they fucking fly, bro. Why would it ever come in contact with a mouse?
This guy's so concerned. They fly.
They fucking fly. I don't understand. So it's trying to kill it. I don't know why. Maybe it eats meat. Are they?
I don't know. I'm looking at this shit right now. I should have done research before. I just thought it was crazy.
Murder hornets make first appearance in the U.S. Oh, man. 2 inches long.
Gross, bro.
2 inches, bro. That is like this big. Bro.
That's fucking huge.
That's like that, yo.
Yeah. They're huge.
Yeah.
They're like twice the size of a bumblebee.
Yeah,
you know how big those guys are.
Coming, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would do.
Oh my god, what if that thing hit your neck, bro?
What'd you say, Kevin?
Bro, it's an apex predator, so no other insects eat them.
Oh.
So like they can't be controlled then.
So they just fuck your shit up.
Oh my god, I love this headline. As if 2020 wasn't bad enough. Giant murder hornets awaken in BC.
Don't kill me.
They're in Canada too.
Can you see that properly? No, you can't. Hold on. Let me see what else.
Holy.
That's scary, bro.
So apparently they're not that much of a threat to humans, but they're killing the bee populations. Apparently they can kill 20 to 30,000 bees in hours.
As if the bees didn't already have issues.
Yeah. And it's their own kind too, because apparently they're like a honeybee or something species. So.
Oh, really?
Their own mans, yeah.
Jeez. I saw a jokes ass meme. It was bees and they're all carrying toilet paper. And the caption was reacting to the news of the arrival of the murder hornets. I was dying.
It says a sting can be fatal to some people. I mean, a sting to a regular bee can be fatal too, but if you're allergic.
But the giant hornets turn the honeybees into a sort of bee hamburger to feed to their larvae, apparently. So they raid the bee nests and like take the
holy shit
the kids, and then they bring them back to feed to their kids.
They're like tyrants.
Yeah.
They're evil. That's an evil creature.
It's crazy when evil creatures like that just exist. Man.
Yeah, like nature created some like you said, an apex predator that's like ready to just destroy everything.
What happens when there's too many of those?
Yeah, I don't know.
And they're pulling up here now?
Here's the thing. Can they survive our winter?
Facts. But winter's a while away. I'm trying to make it past summer.
I mean, they hibernate from what I understand, like normal bees, wasps and shit. They obviously they survive the winter because if they all died, then there'd be no hornets, right? So they hibernate. So I guess these guys will do the same. But
I just were here last fall.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or like I don't know how many, but like apparently there was a nest in Nanaimo last fall. So
actually, I heard about that.
Yeah,
I heard about that.
So they're how are they getting over here? Are they following humans or humans bringing them? I guess
it's probably basic shit like travel. People are bringing them over.
Yeah, I mean they can't fly across the fucking ocean, so they're obviously being brought over not on purpose. I hope, or someone's trying to screw us.
Maybe on purpose.
Well, then someone's trying to screw us. Clearly,
you never know.
You don't want those fuckers anywhere, really.
Yeah.
So that's wild, though.
That's also really funny to think about because I watch. Have you guys ever watched Border Patrol?
No, maybe. I know it, but I haven't heard it. I haven't watched it though.
I'm trying to remember what that show is.
It's basically just about like border patrol, literally, and it's just people that work at the border, and it's you watching the process of citizens trying to get into Canada, and the process that those officers go through with people. And a lot of the time they say, like certain fruits and animals and stuff like that. And this is basic knowledge, but it's just, again, just reiterates it and how important it is you're not allowed to bring certain things from other countries a lot of the time, just because it could wreck a whole ecosystem here. It could fuck up a lot of stuff that we have going on here, whether that be our animals, insects, or bugs, or whatever. So, seeing bees now or hornets pull up is pretty fucked up and scary.
Yeah. There's a lot of what you would call alien or non-native species in Canada. A lot of ones you see every day. I mean, even pigeons are not from Canada.
Yeah, facts.
They're not native. Right?
Facts. Yeah.
Right. Humans brought them over. There's a lot of birds. Those little starling things. Those are fucking. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Those aren't Canadian birds either. There's a lot of insects that aren't Canadian. There's this one that it's like the ash borer or something. It eats trees literally. So can't move firewood around. There's a lot of fucked up. There's some fish. I'm trying to remember the one that's in Lake Ontario. That's like kind of fucking shit up there too. But just keep animals where they should be, you know.
We're all dead, man.
The Murder Hornets, though, that's like, can 2020 get any worse?
The Hornets will, bro.
Huh?
If the COVID doesn't get you, the Hornets will, bro.
The Hornets, oh man, I'm just imagining getting stung in the fucking neck. That thing was taking out a mouse, bro.
Yeah, bro, that mouse was fighting for its life too, eh?
Yeah.
That was scary.
Yeah.
I don't like animals. I don't like when animals go through shit, yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to have to slap a bug and feel it on my whole fucking hand, bro.
You know?
Yeah, like, you know how when you kill an ant or whatever, even a fly, like whatever, it dies. But like you squish that thing's like,
that's like getting a lot
like, you know, cracks his neck and then gets up and he's just like,
yeah, he's like, you should have killed me better.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should have shot me in the head.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Bro, remember that? Oh my god, remember that video you sent us a couple years ago, Jamal, with the fucking mouse and the guy, and it was
I
like
have
tied
so
up,
many mouse videos,
and it was tied up. Do you remember that one?
Oh yeah, that one was fucked.
Dude, honestly, that one was so fucked.
People were torturing a mouse. They had it tied up like it was, I don't know, like it was a spy, like it was James Bond. It had his hands up, its arms up, and the guy was like poking it, and it was like, so
it's not
scary.
funny, but it's like, so fucking stupid.
Wrong?
It's funny,
but like it's fucked up because like somebody did that. You know?
Yeah, someone, I don't understand how they got the mouse in the little, like, little trap, like they wrap little things around its wrists, bro. Like
I've done some fucked up things to insects, but like never to like an actual animal.
Yeah, no. Never.
Insects, whatever.
Insects, whatever, yeah. I've killed my fair share of insects.
Mans would drown ants.
Okay, I don't know about that, but
yeah, man.
Psycho.
You just dump water on an anthill or something, you know?
Okay.
I'll even do the hot sauce. I pour hot sauce all up into the nest, their home.
You know when you see like you know those ants that like congregate on the sidewalk? There's like a million of them.
Yeah. Those are the ones I fucked with.
You ever just think, oh, what if someone just fucking stepped on all of them?
I didn't have to wonder.
Like you just fucking killed like you just stepped on 3,000 people, like that's literally what you did.
It's wild to think about. And that's what our lives are like to somebody else that's watching us.
Yeah. Yeah.
R.I.P. Kobe.
Shit.
He's going to step on us.
It's like a metaphor for life, man.
R.I.P. Pop Smoke.
Mm-hmm.
R.I.P. Fredo Santana.
Yeah. Wasn't this year, but yeah.
Yeah, I know, but just R.I.P. Fredo. His birthday was recently.
Juice.
R.I.P. Juice WRLD. R.I.P. X.
Holy shit, yo.
You forgot, eh?
Yeah, you just kept going. I'm like, oh yeah, holy shit. Yeah.
A lot of people died.
Yeah.
Shit. R.I.P. Gianna. Shit.
Anyways, a lot of death. a lot of death on this episode.
Yeah, this is the death pod.
Mm.
It's imminent.
We apologize if that's not what you guys like to talk about or hear about.
I think we had some nice intellectual talks.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have a good talk about death every once in a while.
Yeah, it's good too. If you don't,
I think that's okay.
You're not living your life proper, and you're gonna be very fucked up and scared.
It's a talk that needs to be done at some point.
Just accept it. It's gonna happen. So just live your life. Have fun.
Your
parents are gonna die.
Yeah. See, I was literally just thinking about that. That is what that's what stresses me more about me dying. Like, I don't want to deal with the like family members and stuff dying, but that's. Yeah. And then I was thinking about that the other day too, where I'm like, if you look at any old person, they've lived through their parents gone, probably their siblings, probably some of their friends, uncles, aunts, like they've seen them all go, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's not even a matter of like dying. It's like, you're going to be at a point in your life where everybody that you've known is dead.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a part of life as well.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the sacrifice of living a fulfilling life. You're going to have loss in your life, right? So if you plan on dying young, then you will avoid that, but then you die young. So either way, it's like a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Either losing your own life or you're going to have to experience someone close to you losing their life.
Yeah.
So that's just the way it is.
You might as well just get used to it no matter what. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
Facts.
bitch.
Facts.
We're not at the point where we can be immortals yet, people. Soon, but not yet.
Yeah.
We're close. Just not there.
how old do you think that they're gonna get us to be living by the time we're up there? Do you think we're gonna crack a bill by the time we get to like?
I mean, as long as COVID or some freak accident doesn't kill us. It's a good question. I'm hearing
by the time we're older.
Yeah. Like say 50 years of medicine. Do you think that will get us to a point where when we're 80, we'll be living until we're 100, 150? Or do you think it'll be?
I'd like to say, yeah, maybe up to like 120.
Yeah.
I think that's
yeah, I think
reasonable.
if everything goes well, should be able to break 100.
What are we at now? Like 80 something?
Yeah, I think so.
As the average, yeah. I mean, I'm like I've said, I think we talked about this before, but I think a human that is probably going to live over 120 is alive today.
Yeah.
Like was born in the last 10 years.
Yeah, already.
Yeah. We'll likely
crazy.
We'll likely live
Think about what you just said, bro.
Yeah.
Somebody that's gonna live past 100 and whatever is alive now. They're among the children.
Yeah. Someone that's probably born in the 2000s, the last 10 years, will probably live to 120 plus, maybe 130.
That's crazy.
Given the science and all that.
Somebody now. That's
some fucking idiot who's like picking their asshole.
Yeah, some fucking kid shitting themselves.
Yeah,
is gonna be the wisest person in the world because they're like 130.
Yeah, I remember TikTok.
That shit lasted 3 years. Like, oh man, that makes me think about the next social medias too.
Yeah, man.
Different topic, but talk about that another time. It'd be interesting.
No, I think about that stuff all the time too.
Because social medias will never go away. They'll just new ones will eventually.
Like,
Facebook and Instagram.
What are the next of things? You know what I mean?
Facebook and Instagram is not going to be around like 50 years from now. I don't think so. Mm-hmm. They're going to eventually die out, and something new is going to happen, right?
And what is it going to be?
Yeah,
I can kindly see that. Like it's like a combination of Twitter and Instagram. I think, right? Like the opinions of Twitter and then the proliferation of Instagram. Like I feel like those two. There's and then the Facebook events and like reminding you about birthdays. There's like these what we have right now is like everybody likes the little pieces of the different social media platforms, and then there's probably going to be ones that combine those elements together. Obviously, as technology improves, there's going to be things that we can't even think of. Like I mean, shit's going to be in our mind and all that bullshit. But like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's a good segue to my algorithms question, or how I basically in the future of humanity. So algorithms, and there's a lot of things have algorithms. There's a Facebook algorithm. There's a YouTube algorithm, right?
Instagram
algorithm. Netflix has an algorithm where it chooses based on shit you've watched, what is other shows that you may like. Right. So there's already algorithms making little decisions in our lives that we may not even notice. Right. I mean, simply the ads that we're fed on Instagram is an algorithm. Like the For You page on TikTok, that is an algorithm that is feeding you content that you like based on shit that you've engaged with, shit on stuff that you've liked. Right. So these algorithms are making decisions for you, very minor decisions. They're just content that you like to see. But what if algorithms grow to a point where they make life decisions for you? Because algorithms will understand humans better than maybe even you understand yourself, right? And it's already starting now. And it's just interesting to see where that goes, right? Now you can program algorithms to do things that humans get paid to do now. For example, like a bus. Or Uber can very well be you don't need Uber drivers. You can have self-driving cars run Uber, right? Yeah. Imagine you get into an Uber and that car has no driver and it takes you to your destination.
I mean, they've done it already, right?
They've done it, but Uber can definitely they could go full into it and have every Uber car be a self-driving car. right? And that'll eliminate jobs. Algorithms you can literally teach an algorithm to, what was I going to say? Cook. You can teach an algorithm to cook. They've already started doing that. There's essentially computer algorithms in kind of the form of a robot that will be able to take recipes, simple cooking, like McDonald's and stuff like that, creating a Big Mac or a simple dish. It can program an algorithm to do that, right? Then you eliminate people cooking or chefs or whatever, people working at fast food. Cashiers are already being eliminated through self-checkouts, but it'll get even more complicated, more sophisticated, where you have algorithms taking that over too. And I read a statistic that said, and it's not that far away, 15, 20 years, that I would say millions of jobs will be removed because of algorithms taking over, right? Like we're talking 90% of cashiers gone, 90% of bus drivers gone, servers, bartenders. These can be algorithms. You don't need people to do these things, right? It's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. Just to see, and even if just we're thinking about even just more on a basic level, just the advancement in algorithms and other technologies and ideas and theories that we do have, like, yeah, there are going to be a lot of changes that do happen in the near future. Like you're saying, a lot of people are losing their jobs. You can say people are, all right, you could go to a fucking McDonald's, you know what I mean? People are already not taking your order now. You don't need to. You just need somebody to make the food at the moment for now.
Yeah. I mean, you don't need someone to take your order. I mean, even if in a drive-through, I mean, voice recognition.
Exactly.
If I could talk to Alexa and tell it something and answer a question that I need answered, I could tell a speaker,
punch in my order.
I need a large Big Mac combo, blah, blah, blah. It'll know, and it'll then take that algorithm, will then speak to the algorithm and the robot that's making your food, and it could spit it out at the drive-through, right? Exactly. Through some sort of system where it slides down a fucking thing and then goes into like a container, and then it gives you your food, you know? Like you don't.
Do you think that can affect us in our industry?
In the creative industry or the So I've thought about this, and I think like simple jobs that I mentioned, like cashiers and bus drivers and waiters and what was another one? Accountants and stuff like that. That can be taken away with algorithms, but creative jobs are a little trickier, and they involve more feeling and things that robots don't or algorithms can't really.
Well, they are working on algorithms right now for example, to like try and get a computer to make a song based on inputting like a bunch of like, I think they already have something like that where it's
they do. Yeah. So they actually have programmed, they have created an algorithm that can create a song, based on just what's popular and kind of the science behind making the beat and what sounds good and stuff like that. And I think you can create, I think one thing you can train an algorithm to write. I think I can see algorithms writing screenplays in the future, based on just taking information from past screenplays and storytelling fundamentals and putting that together. I think a story can be created from an algorithm. But the thing is, these are jobs that don't require physical labor. So we don't have the science to create a humanoid thing that can actually do physical stuff yet. So, I mean, someone in the film industry, like a grip, like they're not going to be replaced by robots. You know what I mean? Because we don't have robots that pick up things and put them together and stuff yet. That could be 200 years from now. I have no idea. But certain jobs will definitely go, and we will see a lot of unemployment. And it's soon. It's faster than you think. Yo, you want to be a TTC driver? You're 18? Bro, like, I don't know if that's a good idea right now, because you might be out of a job in 20 years.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking of joining the TTC and you're 18, you're like, yo, I'm going to have a job for 40 years. Like, I don't know, because it's very easy to get a self-driving bus or a fucking subway. We don't need a fucking person driving the subway. That shit's automated already.
It just kind of goes back to like the whole thing where there's no such thing as job security, and
that too.
There's no such thing as I don't know. There's no such thing as I want to say privacy, but not really. But whatever.
That too.
But it's not.
It's a different topic. But yeah,
it's a different topic. But what it has to basically what it is about doing. What I'm trying to say is the government is coming up with ways as fucking conspiracy theory, Jamal. This sounds. Yeah. They are coming up with ways to make sure that they have more control of what is happening around us. And that's just the way that technology goes. Like
the first jobs to go through replacement of algorithms will be jobs that companies feel are profitable, like can save money and will be profitable. Like cashiers, removing those people will then, cheaper operations. But certain jobs, if they don't see the need to being replaced to human, then they don't need to. Like an example my book gave me was an architect. Not an architect, an archaeologist. Sorry, an archaeologist. Like you don't need an algorithm can technically do it, but there's no market for that. So you don't need to be replacing people, right? So that was just an example. So it just depends. Well, companies are going to do what's going to save them money, what's going to make them more money. So that's what you're going to see be replaced first.
All right.
What was that? Was it a specific song or?
Well, I mean, it started with Lost in Nostalgia.
I heard that. Okay, that's what I thought.
It was Beethoven's "Shake That Ass."
Beethoven's "Shake That Ass."
Yeah.
His Fourth Symphony.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're about wrapped up here, guys. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for listening to the Lost and Talks podcast. It's been a pleasure. Hope you guys tune in for the next one. Any last words?
Hope you guys are, getting. I feel like we're finally getting into the groove of things, and I hope you guys are getting into it as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I feel a lot better about even this pod. Like this felt nicer. It felt more natural. It felt like we're back to, what we were doing before. So I'm feeling good, man.
It just took a while for us to get. I mean, I think we finally got to the point where we're like, okay, this is what it is.
Yeah. That's what it is.
It's true.
It's gonna be right now. So it's cool. It's lit. I'm happy. Let's keep doing our thing.
Thank you for listening. Lost Talks Podcast, episode 32.